Hi, welcome. Jamie Dantes here. Today we are going to talk about having a good set of principles, also known as inner game. Let's get into it. Well, the first question that you may have is, well, what's the point? Why even have a good set of principles to go by? And the answer to that question is straightforward. It's like having a backup system in the sense that life does tend to get very messy and things do get out of place. So it's very crucial to have something you can fall back onto. A way you can think of it is as if you have a house and the house gets destroyed by a storm or a hurricane and you're safe because you're in the bunker that's underneath the house. You always need something to fall back onto, a foundation, and this is what it is, the inner game. Let's get into it. The first principle is faith. And when I say faith, I mean speaking things into existence, the unseen. And when I say unseen, I'm not talking of ghosts or anything in that category. That's not where I'm going with this. Where I am going with this is you're speaking your future into existence. In a way, it's almost like predicting your fate in a positive manner. What does this look like? Maybe you wake up, you look in the mirror, and you say, I am a positive person. I am a confident person. I am a giving person. I'm going to have a good day today. That's an example. What that does is it gets into your head and shifts your attitude up to the point where your reality has to catch up. Essentially, what you're doing is you're moving from a position of I want something to I have something. Because everybody has their wants and their desires, but you want to get to a point where you act the person instead of being the person that's always complaining, always wanting to improve, and doesn't really have the internal ability or vision of what they want their day or life to look like. Crucial points. Next is ambition. This is the second point. No, you do not have to be super rich or super successful. That's not where I'm going with this. Well, what do I mean when I say ambition? When I speak of the word ambition, I mean having a progression where you take specific steps on a ladder that's going to help you to achieve a certain height or goal. Small incremental daily steps. Here's an example of what that would look like. I may be having a conversation with one of my friends and they say, well, what do you do? And I would tell them, hey, I'm a dishwasher, which I am, by the way. And they'd say, well, okay, that's cool. Then I would say, but you know what? My plan, however, is over the next 4 years, I'm going to save up money while working as a dishwasher. Then I can use that money to leverage in order to get a cooking degree. Once I have a cooking degree, I'll be in a position where I can find work as an assistant head chef. And when I'm an assistant head chef, I will have more opportunities to increase my experience over the next 3 years to the point where I can then get a promotion to head chef. Once I'm head chef, I'll be making big money compared to being a dishwasher and still saving from all those years back to where I can then have enough experience and money over the next 5 years to then open my own restaurant. And when I do open my own restaurant, I have these recipes that my grandmother, may her soul rest in peace, gave me that I'm going to use as part of the menu. See, it's a completely different shift. That person that was being sort of judged as just a dishwasher now has so much potential and a bit more authority when they tell you what their plan is, and they're very passionate and detailed about it. So I don't know what that looks like in your life. Maybe some of you have your own businesses, maybe you work for somebody, maybe you're a professional sports athlete, but you do need to make sure that you have specific daily activities or a daily step that you're taking to get to a long-term goal. Next point, principle, is health and fitness. No, I do not mean you have to lose a ton of weight or look like a professional sports athlete. Well, what do you mean when you say health and fitness? What I'm getting at is when you put your body through stress and overcome that stress, you get a sense of achievement. That's what we're after. We are after the feel good that you get from doing an exercise. On top of that, putting your body through stress on a consistent basis will help you reduce heart diseases. So that's another motive to do this. Essentially, exercise works as a form of physical meditation because you carry that energy when you're done into your day, and this adds to your character the more you do it on a consistent basis. No excuses for this one. There's literally 5-minute home workout videos on YouTube. So you cannot use I don't want to go to the gym or I don't have enough to afford to go to the gym. Look on YouTube, millions of 5-minute, 10-minute home workout videos. Okay, the next point is, and the last point, friends and family. Now again, you may look at me and say, well, I don't have a circle. And that's what we're talking about here, having a social circle designed. Well, you could say, well, I'm an introverted person. I don't really enjoy being around people. And on top of that, I come from a broken family. What do? Does this apply to me? Yes, it does, because I'm going to give you a guideline of how to position positive people around your circle. Here's what it looks like. The number one reason that you may find you don't have a lot of positive friends around you is because you have a taker's mindset. Meaning, when you interact with new people or the people you know, you're coming from a position of, what can I gain from this interaction? What's the purpose of me talking to this person? Why waste my time? What's in it for me? And you do this subconsciously. Well, I used to do this subconsciously. Maybe you do this consciously and you know about it. Well, you want to move from a position of a taker's mindset to a position of a giver's mindset, a giver's mentality. And that looks like, well, how can I reduce stress? How can I be of assistance? What can I do to be generous? And how it looks in your life depends on you. I'll give you a few examples. You could be a student in college and you see that there is a classmate that's having a particular problem with a concept that you fully understand. You could just assist that classmate. Maybe it's work and there's a new person at your workplace who looks confused because they just started. It could be just giving a few tips of experience, small gestures. You don't have to be Mother Teresa or give out money. That's not where I'm going with this. We all have small ways that we can help relieve the stress of those that are around us. So you want to actively look for those. And also you want to make sure that you do not expect anything in return. I've made this mistake myself. I'll be generous, and because I was generous, I would expect friendship and be like, okay, so that makes us friends. It's like, no, that does not make you friends. Not in the slightest. Well, then what's the point? The point is you do this consistently to weed out those people around you who have a taker's mindset and separate them from the ones who have a giver's mindset. A way you could look at this is it's almost like playing chess. You make a move, some people are going to walk away. They have a taker's mindset. That's okay. You keep making moves to the point where you're going to bump into people that you make a move and they understand the game and they make a move. And that's how you find positive people that add value. Value addition. Add value to your life, not reduce value. And that's the language of friendship. Two people adding value to each other, relieving each other's burdens. That's the concept of teamwork. Two is always better than one. And I know somebody's thinking of a specific case to counter my argument, but for argument's sake, two brains are definitely better than one. That finishes this friends and family section, and now let's conclude this whole video by some very important tips. You have to do each and one of these 4 categories on a daily basis. Start at level 1. It looks intimidating. You do not have to be a beast at all of these things. Maybe it's just a 5-minute workout. Maybe it's just being generous to one person. Maybe it looks like just one positive affirmation, one thing you could do in your workplace to improve your long-term career. And as you get good at this at level 1, you start to progress to level 2, 3, and add to each section to the point where you're almost at full capacity. Start small and don't give up. You can do it. What happens as an end result is your character will begin to grow and you will become way more confident than you were before, and the results will be evident. That brings us to the end of the video. To find out more about me, or if you need any extra advice or tips or want to get in touch with me, you can visit my website at jamiedantez.com or click on the link in the description below. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Have a good one.